up like that to be doing all of that. Learn your place, earn your spot.
Hi, welcome to the Oddly Talks channel. Today we're going to be talking about Nicki Minaj's fan base, the Barbz. We're discussing who they are, why they are so infamous, what kind of impact they have in the music industry at large, and why they go so hard for Nicki. Now, before we get into all of those questions, I just wanted to ask if you can please comment, like and subscribe to my channel for more content. Now let's get into the video. Who are the Barbz? The Barbz are a mega fan base headed by the reigning queen of rap, Nicki. They have been around since 2008-9 and have grown into being a powerhouse group present in every social platform. They are the only fan base that's been mentioned and featured on TV shows internationally, news programs, magazines, blossomed into being top artists: Lil Nas X, Ariana Grande, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, Latto, supermodels, athletes, and in charge of their own multimedia businesses. The most common misconception that people have with the Barbz is that they solely are comprised up of white or gay men. But Nicki's fan base first and foremost was founded from the underground hip-hop circuit. She is popular among demographics, albeit a large portion are male, especially on Instagram. When you watch videos of fans who attend Nicki Minaj tours, support her when she attends public industry events or when she's simply walking around. Nicki's swarmed largely by people of color, mixed gender, and sexual orientation. After all, Nicki is the most followed rapper on Instagram, the most followed female rapper on Twitter, the most or second most streamed female on YouTube, all credits, and the only female rapper to have multiple world tours to her name. Speaking of Nicki being a global icon and superstar, she just sold out her headlining day at the Wireless Festival within 40 minutes. The day of her performance is currently the only sold-out day. What kind of impact do Barbz have on the music industry? Initially, Barbz were just a loyal diehard group of people who just supported Nicki. But as Nicki's star grew, her fanbase's reach also expanded. In present day, Barbz are the driving force not only to Nicki's success but also other artists. Many artists use the Barbz or beefing with them as a full-on rollout for their album/single releases. For example, artist A knows that they're about to release an album, so they randomly start responding to trolls on Twitter. Initially there's no issue with shutting your haters down or clocking them, but when you specifically and exclusively target Barb accounts, it becomes very weird. Their impact is not only limited to being a promotional tool not only for Nicki, but multimedia companies, bloggers, and people in non-music related industries also use Barbz interactions to promote their brand. It's no stranger having the Barbz love or hate you can bring you high engagement online. Barbz are also one of the few fan bases who have been featured on magazines, spoken about on international television, discussed on major radio, and companies like Billboard have been seen discussing Barbz. Why are Barbz so hated? If we ask people on social media, they would say that Barbz are toxic and attack everyone for no reason. Honestly, this is a half-truth, and I say this because there are some quote-unquote Barbz who do exhibit that behavior like any other fan base. But when speaking about the Barbz at large, they exist to protect and promote Nicki. They operate much like a fire ant nest or a literal beehive. If you disrespect Nicki, or another Barb, you will be swarmed by the fan base. Nicki said it best.
Nicki defending her fan base.
I have to
the
protect them
Barbz.
at all times. They go super hard for me, but it's for a reason. They don't just wake up out of bed and go dragging people.
Yeah.
They drag people who are dragging me. You know what I'm saying? If you would leave me alone, if you would leave me the alone, they don't want to acknowledge. See, and this is the thing. This is what I've come to realize. Why they're really mad is that they wished that they could bully me and run me out of the industry. They hate that I have a strong support system.
Yeah.
Who puts like this shield around me. They wish that would like just disappear.
Yeah.
And it hasn't. And now after all of these years, After all the shit they've said about me, right? I come back and my fans are still here.
The question most Barbs have is, why do people pay attention only when a Barb retaliates to hate and not to the people who agitated the Barb? Why should Barbs censor themselves or allow people to lie and disrespect Nicki? This fan base has been supporting and fighting on Nicki's behalf before she released her debut album. So none of the Barbs' actions should come as a surprise. The true reason why people hate the Barbs is because they don't like being checked for disrespecting Nicki. They don't like that Nicki has a massive wall around her, outside of her record label and the industry, who will protect her no matter what. They hate the fact that they can't make up lies about Nicki or insult her without losing their social media accounts.
Look, what I'm gonna do, right? Text me your Twitter. I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna tell my Barbies.
Yeah. You're gonna tell who?
My Barbies to follow you.
That's her. Those are her minions. That's what I'm telling you. They're psychopaths. They're psychopathic.
I'm telling you, I'm out the loop. I'm like
psychopathic 15-year-old girls. They don't speak English. They speak
ooh, that's slick.
Yeah, I mean, you better know.
That's slick.
Don't call them psychos.
They're okay. They're not psychos.
They're loyal and dedicated.
They're loyal and dedicated.
They're like the internet store. They're loyal and dedicated.
And they'll like
shout out to the Barbies.
Yeah, they'll beat you up.
They'll walk to the depths of
and I'll enjoy it.
Minaj.
Yeah, they are. All of them are bad
in 1 week, I've met a Brandy Minaj, a Jessica Minaj, Keisha Minaj.
Were they bad bitches?
Minaj.
Wait, so you gotta be a bad bitch to be a Barbie?
Well, mentally.
It's mentally.
Right.
Okay, there we go.
That's the way it's more lucrative when it's mental.
She's good.
Right.
Yeah.
So none of the Barbs' actions should come as a surprise. The true reason why people hate the Barbs is because they don't like being checked for disrespecting Nicki. They don't like that Nicki has a massive wall around her, outside of her record label and the industry, who will protect her no matter what. They hate the fact that they can't make up lies about Nicki or insult her without losing their social media accounts. Why does Barbz go so hard for Nicki? This is a simple question with simple answers. Before becoming a worldwide icon, Nicki personally built the relationship with her fans unlike any other major artist before. Nicki was live on Ustream talking to Barbz before there was an Instagram Live or Twitter Spaces. She went out of her way after her tours, public performances, or just being out in the public in general to spend time with her fans. She's been known to go out on dinners with her core fans, send fans money, pay college tuitions, buy school supplies, personally reach out to fans in their direct messages, write personal messages to fans via her website, and interact with them as equals. Barbz has also been very instrumental in Nicki's music. She often has given them a voice in which songs she will focus on.
Thank you very, very much. I would like to thank my beautiful Barbz. I want to thank my incredible fans, because I know somewhere they're figuring out a way how to watch this. You guys have been with me through thick and thin. I always am going to keep surprises for you, even when you don't see me on the internet. I am still thinking about you, and I'm still working on ways to impress you guys and make you happy. Barbz, I know you're out there. I love you so much. Barbz, I know you're somewhere out there watching this on TV. I love you so much. You are so passionate and so inspiring. Thank you so much for voting your little tiny fingers off. I could just eat you and kiss you and love you and hug you.
I wanted to end this video with a quote from the artist Russ. He said, "To me, ticket sales is the truest gauge of impact in music. You can fake streams, album sales, YouTube views, followers, bundles. You can have 30 songs to boost your streams. But you can't fake people being at a show, which is why I love seeing the work pay off when a tour goes up." This quote is the reason why Barbz are so powerful and instrumental with supporting Nicki. The industry may twist and concoct ways to make her seem like her star is fading. But the Barbz will always show up and show out for a Nicki concert or performance. To this date, she is the only female rapper to have multiple world tours to her credit and the only female rapper to hold a world tour off of her first album.